I hope we're all still listening to mummies and daddies and that you're ready for my next story this week. I have a very special friend with me this week. I have Gerald, my giraffe, and I'm going to be reading you the story, Giraffes Can't Dance. So I hope you're all sitting beautifully and have your listening ears on. Let's switch them on. Okay, now I think Gerald hopefully might learn to dance in this story, but you'll have to keep listening to find out. Let's start the story. Now, Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully bandy and his legs were rather thin. Now, I wonder if you can look in my picture and see all of the picture in the background and see where Gerald might be. Now, I think he might be somewhere very, very hot. I wonder in the story if it will tell us where he is. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots of trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Look at poor Gerald. He's now on the floor. Poor Gerald. Now, every year in Africa, they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And prance means when they all like to prance around and dance around. So, hands up if you like having a little dance at home. Me too. Now, we've got a sign here that tells us we are at the jungle dance. And I wonder if you can spot some other animals in the picture too. Can you see how many monkeys there are? I wonder. I think there are 2 monkeys. Let's find out why Gerald is looking a little bit sad and a little bit puzzled. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really, really bad. Poor Gerald. He's feeling really sad at the moment. It's okay. Don't worry, Gerald. We're here to help, aren't we? Now, it also told us in the picture where Gerald was. I asked you where you thought he might be because the sun was shining and he actually is in Africa. Now, the warthog started waltzing and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced the tango, which was elegant and bold. And the lion even has its very special own rose that it's holding in its mouth while it dances around. The chimps all did a cha-cha-cha with a very Latin feel. They even have a flower behind their ear. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. How fantastic. Shall we see if we can count all 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done for counting with me. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. See if you can roar with me. Let's become the lions after 3. 1, 2, 3. Roar! Hey, look at clumsy Gerald. All the animals laughed. Giraffes can't dance, you silly Billy. Oh, Gerald, don't be daft. I think they don't think that Gerald is going to be able to dance. But I think he will be able to. Let's find out. Gerald simply froze. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. Oh, I'm useless. I'm really so silly. I can't. Oh, poor Gerald. Gerald, he feels like he can't do it. But I think we need to tell him that he needs to try and to give it a go. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Poor Gerald. I hope we can cheer him up. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. Let's have a little look at Gerald. What's starting to happen? I'm not sure. Let's find out. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Look at Gerald. He's finally beginning to dance. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I am dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! Well done, Gerald. I am dancing, is what he cried. Well done, Gerald. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "Oh, it's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." Let's have a look at Gerald dancing. How is it you can dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twizzled around and finished with a bow. Shall we all bow together and pretend that we're Gerald? 1, 2, 3. Bow. Well done. And this is Gerald finishing with his very own bow. Can you see that? He's got one of his legs tucked under, just like we just did with our arm, and we bow down. Excellent work. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. And can you see all of the animals have come together to also have a look up at the big moon in the sky and all of the stars. Now, it's actually night time in the story because we can see that the skies are darker blue and there are lots of stars and the moon is out. Well done. Shall we give Gerald a very, very special clap for persevering and not giving up and learning how to dance? Well done, Gerald. Can you say well done with me? Well done. Let's give him a big clap. Now, thank you for listening to my story. I hope you're going to keep listening to mummies and daddies today. And I would like you to go and see if you can maybe make up your very own dance and you can become Gerald for the day. Have a lovely day, and I will see you next time for our story. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Gerald. Bye.